Show of hands, who here has played Minecraft? Oh, alright, the whole room, okay. How about Pokemon? Anyone played a game or two? God damn, the whole room again. Okay, perfect. Then may I introduce you to a game that I've been playing more than Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, just don't tell Momtendo that. PokeWilds, a fan game that uses Pokemon Crystal as groundwork for a game that, in all honesty, starts out very similar to other games similar to Minecraft. Cold, scared, and almost alone, surrounded by pixels and a whole lot of questions. Why am I here? What's my objective? Why does this Machop look like it's made out of cardboard? Well, you just do whatever you want. That's it. There's really not much to it. Minus the cardboard.png Machop, that's just the charm of Gen 2. To start things off, we need materials, and this compressed corefish is gonna help with that. As long as this weirdly reminiscent Scarlet and Violet mean-mugging Houndoom doesn't fucking end me in my fragile crustacean. Cutting through some trees and grass, we now have the start to our brand new home. Now all we have to do is start the building process before nightfall. Fuck. It's fine. It's fine. As long as... Oh no. Don't panic, I'm sure it's not over level 20. Shit. Don't worry, it's daytime now. The battle lasted that fucking long. I just need to run. So yeah, night mobs. They suck. Just like Minecraft. Let's start building our home with Machop's help, shall we? And just before night too, perfect. As long as it's well lit, we're sitting pretty. With our new base of operations, we have some new possible objectives. Make new friends, training, theft. Oh, that's really bad. I thought stealing the eggs would just upset the parent Pokemon, not everyone nearby. Holy fuck, that thing's level 43! I about died, but by some chance, we escaped. Time to see what this egg is. Corefish got absolutely thunderfucked for this. I'm sure Rattata here will play a big role later in our eventual end goals. I later dropped it for inventory space, and I have no clue where it went. Doesn't really matter, we have other mons that are way more important, and as long as they're happy, I get materials. You need to set up a habitat similar to their native biomes. Some require more complicated setups, but I mean, come on, it's a bird and a bug. That's all we have here in Ohio. This, honestly, might be my true calling in life. The reason we currently need these mons specifically is so that we can make a bed. It won't help us sleep through the night, but it does recover health much more efficiently compared to the sleeping bag I have in my inventory. It's no Pokemon Center, but it'll do. We also did a bit of exploration. Got ourselves a level 4 Nidorino, managed to find a Mewtwo, again like I did in my first save. It's fairly good early level with its Nightshade attack, but also it'll evolve into a flying/teleporting Xatu, which is so goddamn helpful. Until then, we have this little ball of bird that can deal with the ghost run-ins. But can he deal with our next challenge? The desert. Real talk, the desert is terrifying. It's like a normal desert, but there's dangerous monsters running around in it, and at night... Oh my fuck. The night is just a death sentence this early on. The ghost ain't shit compared to this swarm of cacturn looking for any source of water, and you look like a 5'7" bottle of Fiji. Oh! Fuck! I think we're in the clear. The music hasn't stopped yet. Ah, fuck!
12 seconds later.
Alright, what have we learned? The desert sucks, and this Flaffy is still pissed about that Rattata egg. At least the desert gave us a Squirtle, Chikorita, and Totodile. There was also this broken down building that I thought was a rundown Pokemon Center, but it's actually a fossil revive station. I never ended up using it, but it is next to this little oasis, which is actually kind of pretty. Traveling a bit further into the desert, there's this, like, temple thing or ruins. It looks interesting. Spoilers, I already know what's at the bottom of it, and we ain't ready for that shit at all. Going even further past that, we find a graveyard, a giant-looking building, some more beachfront property, and... fuck the other home, we're moving here for the time being. It even has what I was looking for this whole time. Miltank. And also Tauros, who is equally helpful. Let me get a little more rooted here and I'll show you what I mean. Got my new house and a barn to go along with it. You see, Miltank is our potion-making machine, as long as it's happy. Tauros is gonna be a little different. He won't join the team willingly, so we need to craft balls at the campfire, battle him, capture him, and now we have the ability to print Miltanks. It's very similar to having a cow pen for a source of food, but instead we get Moo Moo Milk potions for healing instead of steaks. Also, they already had a shitload of eggs down here, so that's just an added bonus. We're looking good. We have that Nidorino still, really carrying the team, I won't lie. Natu, of course, no new moves, but it's cute. Shroomish, the best Gen 3 Mon that will definitely stay on the team. Yep, this specific one won't get replaced with another one for no reason whatsoever. And Houndour, my little light bright, ghost repellent, and later on my mighty steed. Also Machop, but I'm not really using him much besides building shit. Helpful, but there's better mons. I've also got like 10-ish cows that I could use at any given time, but they're mostly here for potions. I was going to add Slowpoke to the party because we need a water type, and I mean, come on, it's my favorite fucking Pokemon. But then, wow. That sure is a water type, huh? After some training to level 20-ish specifically, it'll make sense in a second, we get a couple of evolutions, new moves, and motherfucking Xatu! Walking is now cringe, and flying is the only real form of travel. We can go anywhere and do anything! Want to explore this whole island? Easy. Check out a volcano? Done. Feel the need to fly over that still pissed off Luxray and take a dump on it? That's kind of weird, but he did have it coming. But if we need to walk around for some weird fucking reason, we do have Houndoom that also doubles as a light source. Breloom can still use Cut, but also learned how to use his little hands to build. He's my little Fortniter now. Sorry, Cardboard Machop. Octillery can swim, if you're into that sort of thing. She basically is just our water type that happens to be shiny. Not a great shiny, it's kinda mustardy mixed with a little bit of pee. I think I flew around and eventually caught a Rhyhorn as well, which turns out, Rhydon is fucking wacky. It can dig up blocks, smash blocks, a boat. Also turns into a horse. Its utility is actually kind of cracked. Less helpful, but still dope. I found my favorite starter, Cyndaquil. It'll make another appearance later on. I just want one around for a project, but also Typhlosion exists, and it's a fucking badger mixed with a volcano. It's dope. Now hear me out. What if we relocated? I know. We've got a beachfront property with slowpokes to boot, but I found this one area nearby my old area, and it was just really fucking cool. Also, it's my save file, so fuck you, we're here now. I did so much building. Too much building, in fact. Some would say a quantum fuck-ton of building. Since the game is in alpha, this is kind of the main pull of the game. Not to say there isn't stuff to do. Oh, trust the fuck out of me, there is stuff to do. I just need to build up a good settlement, stronger mons, and better items. To start, a new Miltank barn. This one has 5 Miltanks lined up. Ooh. Maybe a side stable in case I decide to make a second Miltank barn. Could add another fenced-in area for random mons that come through. Another Doduo, sure, fuck it. Maybe add a little Slowpoke Island. Does this help? Well, it cures my depression, so yes. Maybe build an outhouse because I think Pelipper looks like a toilet and it's funny. Could add a graveyard. Ghosts have a good material to farm. Bug pen for string farming. Fuck it, a random Gen 2 starter pen. It doesn't super help, but it makes the collector part of my brain release the good chemicals. Spoilers, there will be a Gen 1 area later to match. I was going to add something crazy over this way, but that Luxray was still pissed. Was going to catch it, but Rhydon. The fuck? It's fine, moving on. Shuckle Ridge, where we have a gaggle of Shuckles giving me berry juice. You can make fucking rare candies with these. Yes, real shit, you can just do that. I love it. And right after I did all that, I went to bed. Woke up and went right back to a shiny fucking Shroomish. I'm so sorry, regular Breloom. I've always wanted a shiny, and I'm not gonna pass it up. Also, I had to go in and alter this thing's moveset. Every move isn't coded into the game yet, and the only legal fighting move he gets is Mach Punch. which is a level 1 move I can't get. There's no move relearner, I think. So, if I'm gonna have a shiny Breloom, I'm not gonna have a shitty one. Not cheating, just making sure my new bundle of joy has a reasonable moveset. While out grinding, we managed to stumble across a key. Now hear me out. What if key go in locked door? That Ohio education is finally paying off. This is where I did even more grinding, but didn't venture too far in because something nefarious is here. I can't put my finger on it, but this music tells me we've got something deeper within this stronghold to face. Until then, back to building. We had a Plusle problem nearby and I needed magnets, an item they produce. I hate Plusle, so I built a factory where they produce magnets all day. I don't know why this Houndoom attacked the factory. Maybe it's an Illager attack, unsure. Dealt with it. I now have a pond of squirrels that produce hard shells. This goes hand in hand with the magnets, but I like squirrels, so no factory for you, just a cramped little pond. Built a Gibble pen, useful materials there. It's mostly for something way further down the road. That Flaffy is still not over the whole stealing someone's egg thing, and I was tired of its bullshit, so I put it in the factory. I had to assign both a manager and security booth officer to the factory. I've worked in a factory before, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Realized that I can make a shitload of Pokeballs with the magnets and hard shells I had, but I still need iron bars, aka metal coats, so these Duraludon employees can make that happen. If anyone has complaints, they can take it up with HR, who is this Plusle that got promoted from factory line operator because we got a new hire, Minin, that randomly showed up. I built this building here for whoever is in charge, which is currently this Surskit. I've had him for a while, I couldn't get him to do anything else, and I thought it would be funny. Plus, I need a fall guy for when capitalism finally crumbles, and the working class here wants somebody's head on a pike. And with all that, we are ready. Pokeballs converted into Great Balls, then converted further into Ultra Balls. Apricorns turn into whatever weird Gen 2 shit they turn into, then transformed even further into something that actually helps with the help of this furnace, which is totally not a kiln. We have Moo Moo Milk by the gallons. Legit, I've got over 100 of these. Everyone's appropriately leveled. It's time. We head to the stronghold yet again, but this time we go further in. Multiple levels of ruined rooms, lost items, and eerie music. There almost seems like there's no end to the twists and turns, staircase after staircase. Until the end boss. Mewtwo, sporting some sort of armor and an insane-looking terrain effect. It's time for a real fight. Or turn 1 quick ball. Nope, okay. Typhlosion! Fire. Oh, god damn it, it has recover. Fuck it, blind it so we have a much easier time. And by much easier time, I mean not at all. We start getting battered by a wave of psychic energy every 3 turns, as if the battle also wasn't already going swell. It then shows off Swift. God damn it. Then he started throwing out psychics, which, fucking stings, to say the least. Down goes Typhlosion. Alright, very weak to psychic, but does have Spore, Breloom. Get in there and... Xatu! Do not do what Breloom just did. Fucking 3 shake, you tease. Alright, fuck this. Dark types, let's go. I no longer have to deal with that psychic wave, psychic itself, and at any point in time, I could just nuke this Mewtwo. It's up to you, bud. Your move. This turned into the sweatiest fucking game of cat and mouse. I'd knock Mewtwo down and almost get him captured, then he'd break out and retaliate. I'd get knocked down to low HP and have to use Moo Moo Milk to fill it back up to full. I threw all types of shit at him. Ultra Ball, Dusk Ball, Fast Ball, Friend Ball once or twice, probably a Great Ball too, just to confuse him. Nothing was working until almost an hour in. Let's try this again. Ball, 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 ball. Fuck you, ball, ball, ball. Ultra Ball, Dust Ball. Love ball, fastball, another fastball, great ball, friend ball, ultra ball, 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 ball. It's 5:09 in the morning. 3 hours of footage dedicated to just catching this fucker. Well, we're about to have a chat when we get there. You! I wonder where that Pidgey went. And as for you, Mewtwo, I've got special plans for you. You're free to do what you want. Be gay, do crimes or whatever. Well, yeah, this is probably the first time in years since you've seen the sunlight. I know you don't want to be confined to a ball and you want to be free. I'm not a monster. Minus the Plusle and Duraludon factory, but it's Plusle and Duraludon, who cares? It was all CEO Surskit's fault anyways. And with that, our journey ends. Mewtwo is free, our farm is thriving, and we made loads of friends along the way. But there is one more thing. Did I forget to mention there's a whole shitload of other worlds out there with even more randomly generated land to explore? Plus the desert ruins that we passed by way earlier in the game? And on top of all of that, more legendaries and boss encounters? Maybe after a nap. It's 6:43 a.m. now, and I'm tired.